All right, ladies, here we are. First day one of Lauren's 8-minute ab challenge. I figure we all love having videos to work out along with, so I'm gonna try this. It's my first time doing it. Can't guarantee that I'll be in the shot the whole time. Someone might open the door behind me. Anyway, we're gonna give it a go. I've got my watch set to beep every 30 seconds. I'll try to figure out some way to edit a clock in at some point for you guys. If you don't want to use the clock, we're gonna do 15 reps of crunches, standard crunches. You could also do Swiss ball crunches if you want, but you don't need to. And then we're gonna do 30 seconds of leg lowers or 10 leg lowers. And then we're gonna do 30 seconds of Russian twists or 15 Russian twists. That's 15 to each side, so 30 twists total. And then we'll finish it off with 30 plank leg lifts or about 7 per leg. And then you're gonna rest for a minute. So if you wanna do it with me, let's get ready to go. We're gonna do this for 8 minutes. And it'll be a minute in between each round rest. I think I got that. Let's give it a go. I'll tell you when to start. All right, let's get ready for our crunch. Make sure you're not pulling on that neck. 30 seconds of crunches or 15 standard crunches. Here we go. So I've got my fingers at my temples. I'm not pulling on my head, and I'm not lifting all the way up for a full sit-up. Just doing a little crunch, really working the top of my abdominals. Remember, if you're doing these without a time, you're gonna try for 15 standard crunches. And I'm sure I'm gonna talk less as I get more tired. And I'll have to find out how to dub in music. My technical skills are gonna explode, I think, over the course of this. All right, now we're into our leg lowers. So hands under the bum if you need to keep your back from arching off the floor. Nice, slow, and controlled. If you're not doing it for 30 seconds, you're doing 10 reps. Now the option would be to have your arms up. Again, just resting next to your temple, but only if you can keep your back firm against the floor. Coming up, we're getting ready for Russian twists. So option is easy, heels on the floor. And you're just twisting, making sure the whole upper body stays in a line, so my shoulders are staying in a line. Now you could also raise your heels to make it a little bit harder. You could hold a weight. Figure I've got 2 rounds left, I can show you that. And if you're not doing it for time, you're doing 30 twists in total, 15 per side. All right, now we're into the plank leg lowers, or leg lifts, I guess. So push-up position, neck neutral. Trying not to let the bum come up. Stay in a nice straight line from your shoulders to your toes, just like Emily shows us. And again, if you're not doing it for time, it'll be about 7 per leg. And that's it. 1 round's done. And if that's all you got into you today, that's great. I'm gonna try to post these tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So we get to rest for a full minute. Whew. And someone will come through the door now. Hi.
Hello.
I'm glad I was not doing stairs with you.
It's brutal. I thought, I'm going to climb the Calgary Tower. I better train.
Have a good one.
You too.
Whew. So we've got 30 seconds left on our rest break, and then we'll be into round 2. And this time I'll show the Swiss ball crunches. And there's 2 variants to that as well, of course. You can have your hands by your temples, or you can slide them towards your knees. So in 10 seconds, we're gonna start, if you wanna get yourself ready. So I'm just gonna roll it into the middle of my lower back, in 2, 1. Now you can either have your hands up by your temples. Again, I'm not pulling on the back of my neck. Just have my fingers lightly touching my temples. And you're gonna wanna exhale on the exertion. Slowly come down. Really squeeze right here. You're gonna feel it at your rib cage. And again, if you're not doing it for 30 seconds, you're gonna go for 15 reps. And then we'll get into our leg lowers. You can also do these where you slide your hands along the sides of your thighs onto the leg lowers. Again, you can have your hands under your bum or up by your temples as long as your lower back is firmly pressed against the floor. If that's a struggle, don't bring your legs down as far. So maybe your legs are only going to come to here before you feel that lower back lifting. That's fine. It's always good to have a starting point. All right, Russian twists. So the option here, you can hold a dumbbell. I like to hold it horizontally. Now, even if you're holding a dumbbell, still the option with your heels up or heels down. So 30 seconds of this, or 30 twists in total, 15 to each side. And our last exercise is coming up. It's those plank leg lifts. So again, I might be dropping my head. Don't. Do as I say, not as I do. And again, really that straight line from your shoulder all the way to your toe. 7 leg lifts per side, or 15 seconds per side. Really squeeze that glute. Good. That's 2 rounds. There's only 1 round left. That's awesome. Yay. And my battery hasn't died, so that's a good sign. Just so many things that could go wrong here, right? You're experiencing it live with me. This is exciting. It's funny because I'm right now just talking to my phone and people are probably overhearing me and wondering what I'm doing. All right, relax. If you're feeling a little tight in your core, good chance to do a quick cobra stretch. So you just place your elbows under your shoulders, palms down, and lift. Breathe into that stretch because we still have another 20 seconds before we go for round 3. All right, if you want to get ready, we have 10 seconds left, and then we're into our last round of 4 exercises. In 5 seconds, standard crunch, 30 seconds, or 15 reps. You want to make this one even harder? I don't. But if you do, feel free to grab a dumbbell and hold it by your chin. All right, in 5 seconds, we have the leg lowers coming up. All right, protect your lower back. 30 seconds or 10 reps. We're almost halfway through the last round, like we're so close. We just have the Russian twists and the plank leg lifts left to go. All right, Russian twists. I showed it with a dumbbell, so now I'll show it with a little kettlebell. Same thing, you're gonna hold it in the middle of your chest and rotate that whole upper body. Or no weight at all. Heels down, also an option. And the straighter you can get your back, the better. I notice I'm rounding a little. Benefit of seeing myself on video. All right, plank leg lifts. 15 seconds each side, or 7 reps. We're done. Boom. See you tomorrow, I guess.